Does your favorite ring need to be resized down and you need some options on what can be done? Sometimes, due to the material or design of the ring, it is not possible for a jeweler to resize properly by cutting the extra metal out of the shank and soldering or welding the ends back together. For example, titanium, tungsten, stainless steel, and wood are impossible or nearly impossible to resize. Other times, a jeweler can run into problems when dealing with intricate designs. We researched high and low for the different ways that rings can be resized without cutting and found that there are many ways to do so. We hope you find this info useful and that it provides you with a solution that suits your needs. If it helps you, please consider smashing that like button and leaving a comment letting us know which solution helped you. Before we get started, here are some common terms used to describe the methods used to resize a ring without actual cutting. Adjuster, insert, reducer, guard. In our case, due to the intricate design and the custom engraving, resizing this ring down by cutting was not an option, as it could cause it not to have the proper tension to hold the diamond securely. It may also alter the original look of the ring. In the end, we decided to use an alternative method that was simple. It has worked very well and has lasted over 1 year without any issues, required no maintenance, and has also stayed very clean. With daily wear and hand washing, this method has passed the test of time. Okay, let's review a few of the alternatives before I demo how to resize using our method. Plus, as a bonus at the end of the video, look for our method of using cell phone screen protector film to resize a wedding ring. First, we have the liquid plastic, silicone, or hot glue method. You apply a layer of liquid plastic, silicone, or glue around the shank of the ring to reduce the diameter. This method is not ideal as it can be very messy and usually hard to apply evenly. Some people also recommend using food grade or aquarium grade silicone, but certain metals can react to that, considering that some rings are made of alloyed metals. It can also cause skin reactions as well. Next, the plastic ring guard. Some people use a plastic tube, inserts, or coils. This method can be cumbersome if not sized properly, so you will want to get a tube or coil with a diameter similar to the shank of the ring so that it is not too loose. There is also a string or cloth ring guard I've seen people using to wrap around the shank of the ring. The issue with using string or cloth is that they absorb moisture and sweat, and this can be an issue long term where bacteria can grow. Welded or soldered metal ring guards are also common. Using this method, a jeweler will solder metal beads, tension springs, or bars or plates on the inside of the ring. The size and number of the beads or the shape of the springs or bars will determine the fit. Note that some people have issues with the beads when putting the ring on or taking it off. Lastly, we have metal insert ring guards. This method uses a metal strip, insert, or spring that is secured or clamped to the shank of the ring to effectively reduce the diameter of it. These guards can also be made with the metal matching the color of your ring. One issue with this method is that if your ring is plated, white gold for example, the plating can be scratched off earlier than normal at the attachment or contact points. As you can see, there are quite a few alternatives for resizing a ring without actually resizing it down. There are still other methods out there, so we hope this video provides information for you to get started in your search for a solution. Many of these methods have worked well for many, and some work better than others. While some methods will resize fractions of a size, others can adjust multiple sizes. In the end, you'll have to see which method will work for you and your lifestyle. Let us next take a look at how to apply our unique method. This is the monofilament ring guard. In our method, I make use of monofilament fishing line. It's clear, doesn't absorb water and dirt, and when tied correctly, has a very clean look and does not need any maintenance. Let's see how it's done. Here I have 30-pound monofilament fishing line, about 40 centimeters long. Start by running the line through the ring, leaving one end longer than the other. Leave the short end long enough so that you have enough slack for use to tighten at the end of the process. Both ends will be used to pull to tighten the entire assembly at the end. The aim is to wrap the filament in loops evenly around the shank in a way that each loop lines up consistently. After wrapping each loop, pull on the line to tighten and cause it to form in the shape of the shank. This will allow you to keep the loops in line easier. Use your fingers to hold onto the loops so that they don't get out of alignment. At the end of the wrapping, each of the ends of the line will be threaded through all the loops made around the shank. You may need to roll the loops a little to complete the threading. After completing the threading, make sure all the loops are aligned again and slowly pull to tighten. Do not tighten too much, as you need the loops to be loose for the other end of the line to be threaded. Repeat the threading for the other end. Now you can slowly pull to tighten the ends of the line. The tension created will hold everything together firmly. Align the loops if any are out of place. You can experiment with thicker lines if you need to downsize more, but there will be a limit to how thick a line you can use. Also, if you are familiar with different kinds of knots, you can use those to get a different look or fit. Once tightened, the ends can be carefully cut and you will have a cleanly resized ring. Thanks for watching to the end of our video. As a bonus, here's an alternative to resizing a wedding ring using cell phone screen protection film. It won't resize by many sizes, but works good for minor adjustments. Take some cell phone screen protection film and cut to size. Here, I use my spare Phantom Skins film. Measure the width to slightly less than the width of the ring's band. Max length would be the circumference of the ring. Search online to find the circumference based on the ring size. Adjust the length as necessary. If you don't need to resize much, you can use a shorter length. First, clean the ring with the included microfiber cloth and application spray. Or if you don't have any spray, use a mixture of water mixed with a little rubbing alcohol. Spray the ring and your fingers to lubricate and prevent contamination of oils and dust during installation. Remove the outer plastic layers from the film, from both sides of the film if there are two. Don't forget which side of the film is for attaching. This side will be attached to the ring. Insert the film and attach to the ring gently, then line up the film evenly. The ring should still be wet with the application solution at this point. Use the microfiber to absorb excess solution, but be careful not to move the film. Gently tap the film to make sure all of it is touching the ring's surface evenly. Allow the solution to air dry completely before continuing with this next step. Carefully and slowly use your finger to press the film onto the ring to help it adhere. Make minor adjustments to alignment if necessary, then firmly press to fully attach the film. In this case, I have a comfort fit ring and the film will have to be pressed in a way to wrap it around the curvature of the band. Leave overnight to cure and you're done. Thanks for watching!